It is going to be played by Cuckoo, so Carl will be going mid on the Dragon Knight, which gives you a...
Back to the high ground they go is the relocate to just avoid the homing missile coming through. And with that BKB dissipating now, IG in prime position to take not only a second racks, but potentially the game as well.
Yep, they know the relocate's coming back. Nice stomp timing there.
Yep, and there's the Ravage to follow it up, and looks like that's going to be an easy peasy kill into 23 Savage. He does have buyback though, as Carl going to get connected by Zephyr there. They're going to try to go on him. The Cuckoo jumps in with a crippling fear, but has to back away immediately. Just doesn't really have that much presence. Now the BKBs are down. Echo Stomp's going to connect onto 23 Savage, who just TP'd in. That is a triple kill for Flyfly and a dieback onto 23 Savage. So game one is going to go to IG in convincing fashion, which, I mean, the laning stage didn't go that well for T1, but they did come back.
Suitable.
Yeah.
Yeah, Night Stalker does well against Abaddon. Doom also has a voice line that says, I gambled, you lost, right? Like maybe it's because it's a sin or something or whatever.
Yeah, like when the devil comes down and there's a lot of movies about that where somebody bets their soul.
Right.
So maybe
level dead
with
that.
Yeah. I don't know. It's an old mechanic they wanted to bring back. Understandable as T1.
You need to come up with that spell first.
That's true.
Oh, Kaka, nothing's happening.
Ollie gets his ult off, and you can see that his Ags is doing almost nothing.
Yeah, that's what happens when nobody takes damage.
Yeah, that's true. And this is going to be mega creeps, so IG going to take this 2-0.
No, it's not, Shannon. There's still a ranged barracks top.
My mistake, guys. I forgot that ranged barracks.
Surely it will not be taken in the next 30 seconds.
30 seconds to take it out. Will they do it? That's the big question of the game. There's no question on who's going to win the game in the end. And there's the mega creeps. It's going to be an eventual GG, you would think. Trying to create as much space as possible as Whitemon gets off his Ravage onto 3. The zip back in by Carl. Flyfly just able to get his ult off in time, and we'll get the trade very easily there. And already at half HP with that Scotty now in tow. And the Blink Dagger as well. I guess they're just going to hold out as long as possible. I mean, it is TI, so understandable. You never know. If they dive your fountain 10 times, then you can come back.
Maybe T1 predicted longest game of the tournament to be 40 to 50, and they got there now. And then you could call it now.
Yeah. Maybe they can hold on another 10 minutes.
Be a very bold prediction.
If this was a pub game, it wouldn't end anytime soon, that's for sure. Oh, Carl jumps in, wants the kill really bad on line. Looks like he's going to be able to get it, so Kaka takes a tumble. 23 Savage gets off the Eclipse, but there's a whole bunch of creeps there to tank it up, and GG is finally called. So IG take it 2-0. Overall, pretty convincing.
Yep.
But T1, you know, a little bit sloppy from their side, but you can see the potential.
Versus like Tide's combo breaking, Silencer's combo breaking. IO could potentially relocate the Doom target.
I'm gonna find it. Arteezy will finish off both melee and range tracks, make his way towards top. Cuckoo just trying to bait out some spells. Not gonna achieve a whole lot there as they continue to try and delay. Using the ET, the stomp is there, the kiss is raining on down. Arteezy getting a little low here, but he's got the sustain. No chance of killing him through the Satanic, and Cuckoo got stunned as he jumped in. Was that the tether
Oh, the tether stun, yes, the tether stun.
He got the puck.
We talked about that earlier.
Okay, he gets out of there with the help of the Aeon Disc, but I think it was Doom as well getting caught by that one. That is problematic for him, as EG going to find themselves taking a second lane of racks here, uncontested.
Now, all the viewers at home who haven't watched Dota in like 5 years, and they're like, how are they blinking into this tether stun? The most powerful part of that shard is tether hasn't stunned for like 5 years.
Yeah, right.
So these players aren't used to getting stunned by a tether. So it's really hard to be like, oh yeah, like even though you know it, you know, like how many times have you blinked into a tether?
They want crit. They jump on the eye, but he's got a cheese there. That heals him up instantly, and now the Ravages from Size. He'll turn and blow up the puck, as well as the Spectre, who still does not have buyback. And this could be it for T1. Cuckoo desperately trying to go in and find somebody on the backlines, but EG, they're all fully healthy. And Arteezy, eye on the prize, going for the Raxi. This will be the Mega Creeps as Abed jumps in with the Axe Vortex, catches out 2. The follow-up is there, and the Earth Split are going to be absolutely useless as EG will kill 3 and secure themselves game number 1. A really back-and-forth game, one where we saw moments of brilliance really from both teams, I feel like.
Yeah, there were 2 or 3 small on Ember with Flame Guard on, and like push the wave and then go invade with like 5,000 gold less than Gyro needs, which seems to be the problem with the hero and what makes him first pickable for EG in the draft.
EG flipped on today. They are having a fantastic day of Dota.
Does it
Flawless.
feel like T1 has messed up? I don't feel like they've messed up.
It feels like a very strategic defeat so far. It's not over yet. They're looking to mount a defense of this tier 2 tower, but the Batrider just gets chased down by the Arteezy Wolf Tiny. They are just getting herded back to their base.
Wait, is he melee or not? I can't tell.
Yeah, he's
That
looking
looks
pretty
pretty
melee.
far.
Triple kill now. This time can he get the rampage? He gets back to the high ground on the Io. The chase is on. Abed wants to finish him off, but he gets nice, well and truly back to safety there as this is feeling pretty hopeless for T1. They just felt like they couldn't do anything this game. They were up like 8 kills to 4 and just nothing happening, but this one has not felt particularly close.
I think this game's actually over. Gyro's dead for 30 seconds, and
EG think it's over. They're hitting tier 4s. They're going for throne.
If you weren't aware, Tiny will kill your entire base in 30 seconds.
Yes.
That's cool.
Well, you've got to defend your Ancient, and T1
They are not going to.
cannot. GG is called, and EG secure themselves their second 2-0 of the day. They've still got one more series.
T1 does what they do best, which is just kind of stall out the game and force it. Yeah, Carl, HP compared to damage, he's much worse ratio. You'd rather give him the second life, I think.
They'll let this top lane go. They are wrapping around. Virtus Pro looking for that kind of gotcha play. They see 23 Savage. They ignore him. Instead, it's going to be Cuckoo who gets the jump, blinks in, slams down 2, takes out the Void Spirit, and now the Dawnbreaker showing up.
Oh,
It's
not
going to be a
again.
2-man Earth Spike. They tip knife. Deja vu. This Dawnbreaker just ulting into the worst possible situation several times. And T1 have gotten their first win, Brian.
Yeah, in T1. If they fall behind it all,
that's the T1 game plan. So they do fall.
Who do I have on T1? I think I have Carl.
Ooh.
Okay, that's the wombo combo.
For who? The 5v1 wombo combo from T1. At this point, GPK's like, yeah, 4-man Vortex.
He's like padding his stun numbers on the fantasy.
That's true. He's helping out the people who put him in there. That stun number's worth more than the death, I think. I'm not entirely sure how the numbers work.
I have absolutely no clue how they work. I would imagine deaths are probably pretty costly for 4 players.
Get the Doom out. Carl has been, my MVP for this game, the way he crushed that mid lane. Him or the CF, but both those two have been fantastic.
Yeah, I think the fact that he won his lane and was allowed to go Midas while also having like a presence on the map is just like, it's just too much. You can't let him get away with that.
Are you sad to see the fountain buffs? If that was, like a year ago, they would have dove the fountain there.
Part of me like has the nostalgia of just being able to be impervious because the fountain was really wimpy, but I do think it's important to have somewhere you can call home.
Yeah,
Some
encourage
semblance of
PMA gameplay.
Yes, indeed. Of course.
Well, yeah.
I was about to say, I hope they GG soon, just because this looks painful.
And the way they were playing when the Storm zipped into 4 heroes, I think for VP, they'd already kind of mentally GG'd out.
Yeah, they got the 4-man stun into the death of the
Storm.
Storm.
Live and Seb's just going to run at people.
Yeah, and they have a purge for the RP. I think Magnus is also very interesting.
So many brambles, now silence. Carl's in trouble. Samael is here to finish him off. The Ravage comes just a bit too late. They might be able to finish off Seb. They will, but it's going to be costing them 2 at least. Now they get the duel off, but Samael, he's just going to keep on swinging on these heroes. They are getting torn apart by 23 Savage and kited around a little bit. Samael has nowhere to go, so he's just going to commit for the kill on a Cuckoo and continue challenging. 23 Savage up next. Now the Doom is faded away, so he can throw out the Avalanche, and Jesus, ultra kill. Rampage on the way for Samael. The king is big and back in play here at TI. Rampage for Samael, and T1 are not going to call it
Titanic.
just quit.
Titanic.
They're going to be
Oh
able to
my God,
call
that's
it.
double rampage.
Double rampage for him. Give him the triple, perhaps. Saksa helping him out, trying to keep Cuckoo in place here, and T1 are going to call it here. They get the kill on Saksa first.
Triple?
And that is it. Triple rampage. Sumail finally gets it.
Woo!
OG.
Whereas this case, you go for the Venge. Like, this doesn't answer Slark.
I think this game they can fight though. Like if OG
Definitely.
runs it,
Spamming chains. Here we go.
Cuckoo did still manage to get the swap, but 23 Savage can't hit him right now. Sumail, his ultimate was used, still has the Depth Shroud. They're going to turn around and start doing some damage with a pull in onto Carl. They do something to Sumail, but he's going to be popping his BKB. 23 Savage responds in kind here. Cuckoo's going to fall, Spirit Form now.
huge root.
They do manage to get the nice lockdown. Macropyre going out. The Ice Path could actually lock down, but Thompson Refresher. BKB still potentially up. Chase for Carl doesn't actually quite get him. Meanwhile, 23 Savage is just being kited around and ripped apart by the rest of OG. Now with no carry, T1, they're very likely going to be dying here unless Carl could do something magical by himself, but he just doesn't have it in him. Doesn't have level 25, nor the shard.
Wow.
GG is called. OG will take the second game here against T1. T1 definitely putting up a much better fight, but you gotta think back to that moment. 23 Savage just way